So somebody told me about this really fun app called Randonaut, and I decided to try it out today. And this is my Randonaut story. So today I tried out a brand new app called Randonaut, Randonautica. And what it is an app that gives you random coordinates to a random location that's not too far away, that you could easily walk or drive to the location depending on the range you set, and then you just go on a little adventure, little random adventure. And the idea is also to set an intention right before you request your coordinates, and it's supposed to bring you some kind of coincidence or synchronicity or strange experience on your adventure. So I set my intention, and I got up my map, and I decided to actually kayak to the location, because if I walked, it was going to take me like an hour to walk there by the route it wanted me to go. And it would take me 10 minutes to kayak there, and just a couple minutes to get out of the kayak and walk to the spot. So that's what I decided to do. Now, I had visualized a very specific object, and something I wouldn't be likely to find. It's just kind of a test, I guess. I don't know why I chose this object. And it was something that was easy for me to visualize. So I had a strong visualization, and it's kind of a little creature with really big eyes that's shaped like an egg, I guess, is what I was visualizing. So I get to the spot, and the GPS says you've arrived at your destination, and I'm looking around. I'm on a dirt road, and there's just bushes. There was nothing. Dirt and bushes. But then I looked up, and just ahead of me was a tree, and there was markings on this tree, and I said, that is exactly where I'm supposed to be right now. So I walked to the tree, and I was thinking there was going to be, these markings were going to be some kind of message. I don't know. But it turned out there was no message. It was just some initials and designs. And I couldn't tell if the designs were part of the tree or if someone had carved these designs into the tree. And the designs were eye-shaped, oval eye-shaped, and there was like 4, 5, 6 eyes on the tree. And I thought, okay, what does any of that mean? That has nothing to do with anything. And so I left, feeling kind of disappointed. But it wasn't until I was back in the kayak and I was really thinking about it that I realized I had been visualizing this little toy creature's eyes, was what I had most prominently been focusing on. And there was eyes all over the tree. And the eyes are actually the shape of the creature, because he's oval, egg-shaped. So it was kind of strange, actually. Because there was absolutely no way I would find this little toy out in the woods. They don't even make this little toy anymore. I found the next closest thing, which was carvings in the shape of the little toy, which I never expected. So at this point, I'm feeling really excited, and I want to do another one, but the phone is about to die. So I had to go home and charge the phone before I could do any more adventures. Okay, gonna try out Randonautica. So I wasn't having much luck with a location that I could actually go to from my house. So I am downtown at the parking lot at Jenny Pond, and I just set my intention, and I was visualizing a compass. So I'll say that now. I
don't know if I can actually get to this location, but it's not too far away. So we'll try this first, because I want to be able to walk to it. I don't want to drive. We'll see as close as I can get. I don't know. Okay, so I couldn't get to the other location. It was a dead-end road, and it went off into the woods. And I would have gone into the woods, but there was a guy standing exactly where I needed to go, watching me. So I put the same intention and did it again. And it has brought me to the cemetery, which isn't that reassuring yet, because my intention was, what direction should I go with my life? And I was picturing a compass, but let's see what it brings me to in the cemetery. So I got here, and it told me my destination was on the right, and it's a trash can. But I will say something memorable did happen in my life right over there on this hill, so I mean that's interesting, although for a direction in life it doesn't really make much sense. But this is the view to the right. I was standing right by the trash can. It said your destination is on the right. I don't know. Let's see what these gravestones are. This one just caught my eye from way back there. It's strange that there's all those little dents around his picture. John Watson, 1753. I don't know. Elizabeth's gravestone is pretty cool. That's his wife. Yeah, this is the exact spot of a memorable event in my life, which it said it was right on the right. It really is the exact spot. I don't know what that means though. There's a powdered donut on the ground. Maybe I'm gonna make donuts for the rest of my life. So that was my adventure. The first one, there was kind of a coincidence. So I started at Jenny Gristmill, and it sent me on probably about a 10 to 12 minute walk. And it ended at the end of Newfield Street, and it had wanted me to go, it's a dead end, and it had wanted me to go off into the woods just a little bit, but I couldn't because there was a guy standing there, and he was very interested in what I was doing, and I didn't know whose property it was, so I didn't want to just walk into the woods. There was a lot of construction going on over to the side, which I knew nothing about, and it turned out they were putting in a retirement community called Rolling Mills. So I thought that was kind of a coincidence that I started at a mill and I ended at a mill. But I hope that's not the direction my life is going. I don't want to work at a mill. I mean, I wouldn't mind working at Jenny Gristmill. That would be kind of cool, actually. Like a historic mill, but what would I do? I don't know. I don't know what that would mean. So anyways, from that point, I decided to try it again. Same intention, since I didn't get to finish, pictured the compass again, and I saw that it was going to end up in the graveyard, Burial Hill, very, very old graveyard, and I was like, oh, what does that mean? When my intention is, what direction should I head in my life, and, you know, it's ending in a graveyard. I mean, I guess everyone's life ends in a graveyard. But that's not the answer that you want when you ask that question. But I decided to see, I thought, you know, maybe there'll be something interesting on a gravestone. Maybe I'll find something. I don't know. And I went there. And it was kind of actually crazy. I couldn't tell where the exact location was from looking at the Google map. I had no idea. I made a video there back in the fall, and I was kind of hoping it was going to end at the grave of the father and son I did the video about. They died in Billington Sea. But no, it didn't end at their grave. That would have been kind of spooky, actually. But the weird coincidence of all the locations, exactly on the dot, it ended at a location where I had a very nice event happen to me not too long ago, a couple of years ago. Memorable event. You know, and at first it ended and it said your location's on the right, and I looked to my right, and on my immediate right was a trash can. I was like, that's not the answer I want. But on the map, it showed it going into the grass a few steps. And once you walked into the grass a few steps, the exact spot was like X marks the spot. The spot where I had my memorable moment. So that was interesting. It was very interesting out of all the spots. But what does that mean, right? And at that time in my life, actually on that very day, I had been trying to kind of experiment that week, that when this event happened, where I would do the opposite of everything I would normally do, just to try and switch things up. And what it ended with was this very nice thing that happened up there on Burial Hill. So I was thinking, you know, like a compass, that's setting a direction, going the opposite way you normally would go, switching things up, doing things differently, thinking about things differently. And I actually have been thinking recently that I would like to have more moments, events like that one, that feeling that I got from that one. So it did actually kind of give me an answer in a strange, very strange way. It was very strange. On the dot. X marks the spot, really. It was crazy. So, I would definitely recommend the Randonaut app. I want to do more. I feel really excited about it. You know, there were some difficulties there. I couldn't do some of them because it was going to end up at someone's house or the dead end. I couldn't go in any farther. But, when they work, they're pretty amazing, it seems. So I'm excited to do more. And if you're a person that likes walking and hiking, it might be an interesting way to switch things up. See what happens. If I have another memorable Randonaut experience, I'll make another video about it. But that's it for now. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.
If you see this ghoul, play it cool.